Now at 6 and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, the 4 finalists for Victoria Chief of Police are meeting with city leaders this week.
The Department of Justice reaches a settlement with victims of the Sutherland Springs mass shooting, where 26 people were killed in a church.
And students across Texas today step out to protest gun violence.
Well, as far as the weather is concerned, it is here, folks. It is just the beginning. The showers came in today. They're beginning to pop up. We're going to get some heavier thunder showers with lightning around the area by tomorrow. We'll be talking all about that and your 7-day forecast in a moment.
And a crosstown rivalry did not disappoint last night between the East and West softball and baseball teams. We have the highlights in sports.
You're watching 25 News now at 6. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Don Brubaker.
And I'm Karina Garcia. Today is an action day, which means weather will be affecting all of us the next few days. And Matt can tell you all about it.
Well, thank you very much, Karina. Yes, as we promised you for the last 5 days, the frontal system came down, triggered that little line of showers. But now what's happening here? It's backing back up because that's what we expected, the front to stall. And now within the last few minutes, we've got a thunder. There's Refugio. And there you see a couple of thunder showers down developing in that area. Thing is, they're going to be drifting north. So it's going to be up to Goliad or Victoria to get a couple of thunder showers this evening. Tomorrow, this is going to get a little bit heavier, and that's going to be the problem. We've got thunder showers a little heavier up north, but we've got a couple of things affecting us that are going to give us possibility of heavy thunderstorms, thunder, lightning, and maybe even some hail within the next 48 hours. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a moment.
All right, Mac, thank you. More charges filed on a Port Lavaca man taken into custody last week in Victoria. Port Lavaca Wave reports Jason Dale January facing 5 new charges of sexual assault of a child. The additional charges added today. No bail set for the new charges. January also faces having his probation revoked.
The Victoria County Sheriff's Office reported a traffic shutdown this afternoon in the area of U.S. Highway 77 South and Paradise Ranch Road. An 18-wheeler overturned. Traffic is diverted to 1 lane of travel each way. This week, the 4 finalists for Chief of Police in Victoria are meeting with city leaders and stakeholders. 25 News Now reporter Adarius McCormick is interviewing the 4 finalists, and we'll have more on 25 News Now at 10. Thedrick Andres, Chuck Young, Eric Blanchard, and Dr. Jonathan B. Flores are the 4 finalists. You can read more about their experience and background at CrossroadsToday.com. City leaders plan to select a sole finalist sometime this month. The city had a total of 28 people apply for the position of chief. Intern Chief Mark Jamison did not apply.
The Department of Justice reaches a massive tentative settlement with victims of the Sutherland Springs mass shooting. The DOJ announcing what they called an agreement in principle to settle claims for more than $144 million. 26 people were killed and 22 others wounded in the shooting at a Sutherland Springs church. A federal court in 2021 ruled the U.S. government was liable for damages. The judge saying the Air Force failed to exercise reasonable care when it did not submit the shooter's criminal history to the FBI's background check system.
KSAT reports an 18-year-old student at John Jay High School died after he was stabbed during a fight at a West Side restaurant. Authorities say the student, who has not yet been identified, was stabbed on the right side of his torso before 2 p.m. on Tuesday. The 18-year-old was pronounced dead at the hospital, but his attacker fled to an unknown direction. This investigation is now ongoing.
Students in Uvalde walk out of school on Wednesday in a national protest of gun violence. The organization Students Demand Action urging students, staff, and others to join in on National School Walkout Day to bring attention to shootings and gun control. Uvalde School District Interim Superintendent Gary Patterson told KSAT the district intended to allow students to participate. Parents of students at Flores Elementary School said students were not allowed to leave or they would face suspension.
And in the Dallas area, hundreds of students walked out of Townview High School today protesting against gun violence in schools. The Dallas Morning News reports students at Yvonne A. Ewell Townview Center urged lawmakers to make action against gun violence and express their fears on whether they'd be the next victims of a school shooting. They crowded the campus entrance chanting "Books, not bullets."
Classes at a Cincinnati high school canceled Wednesday after 2 students were shot in a drive-by shooting outside of the school Tuesday. Authorities say the students were taken to the hospital and are in stable condition. Authorities say the shooting happened just after dismissal, and the 2 victims, ages 16 and 17, were waiting for a bus. Police called a senseless act of violence. Revised preliminary flood risk information and updated flood insurance rate maps available now for review in Victoria County. The 90-day appeal and comment period for the city of Victoria and the unincorporated areas of Victoria County runs through July 4th. For information, call 877-FEMA-MAP. An Austin-based modular home builder celebrated the opening of a new factory today in Cuero. The company's website says studio built by Amherst builds homes 50% faster than traditional builders. Sean Dobson, CEO and founder of the Amherst Group, gave the opening remarks before inviting the ribbon-cutting attendees to tour the facility. Dobson says building homes on the intended homeowner's lot is a lot more time-intensive than it needs to be. The new factory is designed to accelerate and simplify the home building process.
We think this factory can output 60 homes, 60 of those every 30 days. It's amazingly efficient, and it provides a way better quality of life and job opportunity for the trades that we want to upgrade to craftsmen that are building these homes.
The factory plans to work with local vendors and talent to not only keep building process efficient, but also to create jobs in the crossroads. The company has plans to build several homes for the San Antonio market as well. In the future, studio built by Amherst also plans to create homes for the Cuero area.
The Palacios Preservation Association is hosting a community meeting on the future of the Luther Hotel. The meeting is this Saturday, April 8th from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the City by the Sea Museum, 401 Commerce Street in Palacios. People can ask questions about the Luther Hotel, and experts will talk about the future of the hotel. Even though the Luther Hotel is listed on the National Register and is a recorded Texas historic landmark, its future is uncertain.
Keep Victoria Beautiful has a cleanup event Saturday, April 22nd. It's from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. You can meet other volunteers at the parking lot and the 7600 block of Zach Lentz Parkway. You can sign up at keepvictoriabeautiful.org. Volunteers will spread out and clean up various locations. And this is going to bring us to your viewer poll this evening. Scan that QR code on your screen to participate. Is there an issue with littering in Victoria? Yes or no? According to these results, 97% say yes and 3% say no. We want to keep on hearing from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote and we will have an update on 25 News Now at 10.
Here's some of the top headlines you can read in the Port Lavaca Wave this week. Port Lavaca and Calhoun County officials finalized an agreement with the Victoria Economic Development Corporation for future economic development. VFW Post 4403 honors surviving Vietnam War veterans and those who died in battle. And the Calhoun High School academic team wins its 9th straight district championship. You can read these stories and more at the PortLavacaWave.com. Stay with us. Coming up on 25 News Now at 6. A new report says 150 Catholic priests in Baltimore sexually abused more than 600 children.
Also ahead in Seattle, a gang of burglars are targeting Asian American homes and businesses.
News Center 25 at 6 and 10 is also heard on KVNN 1340 AM, Victoria's News Network.
Are you ready to stop letting big business take your customers away? Phase 3 Digital is your #1 digital marketing resource to keep your customers shopping with you. With an office right here in the Crossroads and a team of support across the nation, we can help you wherever your business is in the online journey. From building a site to developing e-commerce capabilities to growing your customer base, we will drive results. It is time to take the next step in growing your business with Phase 3 Digital. Are you ready to take your customers back? Give us a call or visit us online to get started.
Victoria All Sports, South Texas's largest family-owned sporting goods store. Having served Victoria and surrounding counties since 1971, we're proud to continue to meet your firearms, hunting, fishing, camping, and outdoor apparel needs. Our friendly and knowledgeable outdoor experts can help you pick the perfect equipment for your next outdoor excursion, and that our in-house gunsmith services are available long after your purchase. Come get geared up at Victoria All Sport, located at 1902 Houston Highway, right here in Victoria.
Victory GMC is the favorite in the Crossroads because our staff has years of experience and they know how to make their customers smile.
Walter Dixon, 32 years.
Linda Briggs, 38 years.
Jose Garza, 24 years.
Jake Hargis, 23 years.
Houston Polyver, 3 years.
Come let the right people give you a world-class buying experience. We think you'll call it victory.
Get the day's news in your inbox email newsletters from 25 News Now. Sign up today. Go to crossroadstoday.com/email alerts to get started.
More than 150 Catholic priests and others associated with the Archdiocese of Baltimore sexually abused more than 600 children over the past 80 years. That's according to a Maryland state report released Wednesday that accused church officials of decades of cover-ups. There's an ongoing legal battle over their release and adds to evidence across the country as numerous similar revelations have rocked the Catholic Church in recent years. Asian business owners in the state of Washington are on alert.
This comes after police warned them to be on the lookout for a gang of burglars targeting them at their homes.
The owner of Juanita Thai Cuisine is grateful he managed to survive the worldwide pandemic that forced his and other restaurants to close for a time. Now a new worry. Asian owners of restaurants and nail salons in Bellingham are being targeted by burglars at their homes. And so you've not heard of anyone?
No, not right now. This is my first time that I hear it from the police.
It was news to him, delivered in an email just today by Bellingham police. And so what reaction do you have to it?
Seem insecure now.
You feel insecure now?
Right.
Bellingham police believe the burglars caught on this surveillance video some 95 miles away in Sammamish are responsible for several break-ins here too. Indeed, they are prime suspects in similar burglaries all along the I-5 corridor from Kent north. And most of the targets are the private homes of Asian business owners. How do you get from the Asian business to the owner's house?
If we knew that, we might have caught them by now. So that is part of the investigation that has to occur to determine what it is that they're doing and how they're going about doing it. My assumption is they do their research.
Strong winds and grass fires in the Amarillo area causing travel concerns. In Potter County, crews are continuing to fight a grass fire. The fire is around 8,000 acres and 30% contained. Overnight, crews took advantage of the fire behavior and the decreased wind speeds in order to secure areas of the fire.
Here are some of the top headlines you can read in the Cuero Record this week. The city of Cuero has been chosen as a stop for the Tour of Honor, and the Cuero Gobblers place in the top 10 at the regional powerlifting meet. Plus, the Keep Cuero Beautiful Litter Challenge collects 275 pounds of trash. You can read these stories and more at DeWittCountyToday.com.
Well, the showers are here, folks, and it's only going to get heavier. Tomorrow we could see hear actually some thunder and see some lightning, possibly even some hail right here in the Crossroads. I'll have your 7-day forecast coming up in a moment. Don't go away.
Next, Kelly, it's an awesome April with Anna. Yeah! Plus, from Ted Lasso, Phil Dempster.
How's it going for you?
Oh, so far it's going great. Even better now that we have some delicious eye candy on the couch.
She was referring to me. You play a soccer star in Ted Lasso. You play soccer in real life, though, too.
I do.
Football, where you're from.
Thank you.
Yes. Where you're from. Yes.
Football.
Join happy Optimum customers who love their fast Optimum 300 meg internet for as low as $30 a month. Paul says it's reliable internet, great speed, reasonable pricing. Thanks, Paul. We think you're great, too. Plus, Optimum has faster download speeds than AT&T nationwide. Get Optimum 300 meg internet for $30 a month with Optimum Mobile for as low as $15 a month. For your special offer, call 866-9-OPTIMUM. Go to Optimum.com or visit a store today. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
I can dance. The music doesn't require too much coordination, just a little flow.
We'd like to see you.
Next live, Ashton Kutcher, Beth Bears, and the Alvin Ailey Dance Theater performs.
Darling, you have no idea what you did out there.
Victory Kia and Victory Buick GMC want to let you know that you can lean on us. We will award $500 to a deserving winner. Drop off an entry form at any of our participating dealerships in the Lean On Me drop box with your story and contact info. Go to crossroadstoday.com/leanonme for more information or to enter online. You can tune in every other Thursday at the 6, 9, and 10 p.m. news to view our winners. Lean On Me is sponsored by Victory Kia and Victory Buick GMC. We know you always buy everything your family needs, like the best cuts from our meat market, a bakery with fresh goods baked daily. We are here to assist you, and you can grab fresh tacos. Supermercado Morelos. Live the tradition.
Going on in the coastal bend right about here. Let's find ourselves. Where are we? There's Cuero. Victoria's right about here. You see this? Just within the last hour, right there. No, right there. Big thunderstorm just south of the city. Came up from Refugio. If you're south of Victoria, you're going to be first, but that's the one that's going to be hitting the city within the hour. So look out for a little bit heavier rain. I know, well, it rained, but it wasn't that bad. It's only the beginning of this whole thing, folks. And up the line, you can see the showers are much stronger up in the Houston area. So this is only the beginning, because what happened, and you saw it, the frontal system came through, shifted the wind around. It was hot and humid. Then all of a sudden it got cooler. And that is the lifting mechanism that's causing all this activity. Well, now, right there on 77 South, we're looking at this bigger thunderstorms beginning to move northbound, and that will likely affect right here, the crossroads, within the hour or so. Keep that in mind if you're driving around later tonight. And now, while you think, okay, well, it's over, right? No. The problem is always was going to be that this thing came down and then just stayed along the coast, and eventually will even strengthen tomorrow before it finally moves out of here. So we've got about 48 to maybe 60 hours to go on this. Notice the accumulated totals so far have been fairly light, about 1/10 of an inch in most areas, but it is rain and the roads are getting a little slippery because the oil is coming up on the streets. And now for the next couple of days, we're going to watch and wait to see if we get the severe weather out of this. Now, while we're just barely getting started, it's much heavier up to the north. In fact, as you see right here, all this orange yellow color, they're under thunderstorm watches, severe thunderstorm watches. But the good news, we have not had a tornado breakout yet, so the conditions in the atmosphere are not conducive for that. But here's the center of the storm, and the front that drapes all the way down into our area. If these were too closer together, well, they'd move, but that's moving and this is holding still. And while we have this instability over us, then we're going to get what we call a jet streak. Basically, the winds higher up where the airplanes fly are going to drift over this very rapidly and cause a lifting of the atmosphere and cause these to become heavier thunderstorms. You can see that we're getting all the way to Saturday before the low begins to finally move out of here. With a little luck, we may get a break by the time we get to Sunday, Easter Sunday. But for tomorrow, next 48 hours, we've got the marginal risk of some severe weather here in the coastal bend. Now, future totals. I'm using the European model because you always compare, A to B. This is B, and B tells us that we're looking for substantial rainfall totals, 1, 2, 3 inches in the area through this Saturday. So that's what we got to deal with, and that's what you got to get ready for. Don't want to scare you. I just want you to know that heavy rain is going to be with us. And if you've got outdoor plans, you've got to look for plan B. We are looking, of course, now for the changes in our weather pattern. Overnight, we'll get some thunder shower activity. You saw the one coming up from the south, and only get down to 63 degrees, so a little bit cooler than we've had. Tomorrow, high temperature only 71. Showers and late on Thursday night. thunderstorms with possible hail. Then by Friday, a general decrease in the intensity, and with a little luck, by Saturday, we see a few breaks in the clouds. Needless to say, I've put up alert day 1, alert day 2, alert day 3. It's not until Sunday that I think we'll finally see the sun. Now, it's going to be kind of muddy out there for the Easter rabbit, but just keep that in mind. We're hoping for better weather by the time we get to Sunday. That's your 7-day forecast. Thanks for joining us. Got a QR code. If you scan that and put Crossroads Today on your cell phone, I can get to you at any time that there's a severe weather outbreak. So that's why we want you to do that so that we can be in touch. And now let's toss it over to Karina.
Mac, thank you. And now here's Sports Director Gina Perez.
Thanks, Karina. Both Victoria East and West softball and baseball games went into extra innings. We have the final scores and the highlights coming up after the break.
I'm Charles Fisher of Fisher's Auto Sales. When you make a big purchase, doing your homework is very important. Invest some time finding the right vehicle at the right dealership. You want a dealership that takes pride in the vehicles they sell and offers quality, not quantity, for their customers' hard-earned money. It's a good idea to buy from someone that offers service after the sale and takes care of their customers, like Fisher's Auto Sales. Our family has been taking care of Crossroads families for 20 years now, and we plan on being here another 20 years too.
Kimberly and Angel lost their 10-year-old daughter, Amarie, in the tragic Uvalde school shooting.
She'll never know I was trying so hard to get in there.
The friend who tried to save her.
She said they shot my best friend.
She said she was laying there, not breathing, so she hugged her.
While saving herself. She smeared blood on her to make it look like she had been shot. A Dr. Phil exclusive.
When our law firm takes your case, it becomes part of our world. Everyone at the firm works together as a team to get the job done.
We work with each other. We go to trial together.
We're the ones that wake up in the middle of the night thinking about what to do next on a case. That's our job. That's what we're here for.
We help each other on cases, and that's why we get the results that we do.
We are members of this community, and when a member of this community trusts us with their case, we take that trust very seriously.
Join us at First United Methodist Church Sunday mornings at 8:30 on KAVU TV. But if you're looking for a place to worship in person, we'd love to have you join us here at 8:30 and 10:40 in our sanctuary, or at 11 o'clock with Pastor Amanda in our Ignite Contemporary service. As society gets more and more back to normal, we hope that you'll join us for worship. We were made to worship in community. We pray together, sing together, share in Holy Communion together. Won't you come be the church with us at First United Methodist Church?
Tired of your typical clock-in, clock-out job? You need a rewarding career in an entertaining environment that you'll enjoy. Take yourself out of the box and come to the Victoria Television Group. We have an active, fun, creative atmosphere that can help you succeed and keep those everyday work blues away. Come join our energetic and outgoing sales team. Renew your career and learn to use skills you didn't know you had. Call us 361-575-2500 or email opportunity@victoriatelevision.com for more information.
Howdy Crossroads. Victoria East and West baseball and softball teams battled it out on the diamond last night, and both games went into extra innings. Let's check out the highlights from softball first. To begin the game, the West Warriors opened up with a 4-run lead after this 3-run bomb from Karsten Kann. This was her first ever home run. Great time to do it too. But the East Titans weren't going away. In the next inning, they tack on a run. Then Tatiana Rocha comes to bat with bases loaded and brings everyone home with a grand slam. The Warriors would answer with 8 runs in a single inning, but spoiler alert, they would not score the rest of the game. The Titans going into the final inning down just 3. Madison Lemon said, "When life gives you lemons, you take the ball yard." This homer cut the lead to just 2. Again, Tatiana Rocha said, "Excuse me, ma'am, but may I have another?" and hits this one off the bottom of the wall to bring in 2 runs and send the game into extra innings. Into extra innings they go. The East Lady Titans put pressure on the Lady Warriors by scoring 2 runs. East defense would take care of business and go on to beat the West Lady Warriors for the first time in a handful of years. The Victoria East Titans go on to win a high-scoring game, 14-12 in extra innings against its crosstown rival, which it had been a number of years since they got a victory. On to the East and West baseball game, which had a wild finish as well at Riverside Stadium, and this one went into extra innings as well. The West Warriors get on the board as Jay Guerrero comes in to take the one-run lead, but East had an answer. A well-hit ball to Xavier Ortega to left center field, but what an amazing catch. The runner from third would tag and go on to get in for the tie. In the 11th inning, Isaac Perez hits a short fly ball, but it's dropped by the defender, and he goes to second base. He's in scoring position for the walk-off win. A pass ball gets Perez to third, inching ever close to a victory. And to end the game, Grayson Youngblood has ice in his veins as he hits a line drive past the infielders who were playing on the grass to try to make a play at home, but it would not be enough. East avoids the upset and wins after 4 extra innings of play. The Victoria East Titans win by 1 in a game that did not end until after 11 o'clock last night, 5-4. And unlike Victoria East and West, the St. Joseph softball game did not go into extra innings, but it still came down to the final inning of play. Both teams went tick for tat. Both the Lady Flyers offense became stagnant, and the Hyde Park coach even intentionally walked one of the St. Joseph best hitters to prevent any potential damage, featuring Aliana St. Jean. But the Panthers did a great night hitting, including a couple home runs like this one on your screen. The Lady Flyers fought throughout and even scratched out a couple of runs in the final inning, but it would not be enough. Too many base running and fielding errors for St. Joe. The Lady Flyers are now 17-3 overall, 4-2 in district after the 6-3 loss. Well, that's your sports. Don and Karina, back to you.
Thanks, Gino. We're back in a moment. Some special Easter treats served up for the animals at the London Zoo today.
I believe you wanted to believe him.
I believe my son.
He's a liar.
A reckless teen runs wild.
The police came to your house and said your car has been involved in a hit and run.
Yes.
Look at the smirk on his face. I wouldn't let him have another car.
Then a crash course in kids.
He was drunk or high.
There was empty alcohol containers in the back of the Diaz vehicle.
Like I'm a mind reader.
Judge Judy.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 battery trimmer. Real Steel. Find yours.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
You ready? Come on, let's go.
It's not the most current dance, but I do it really well.
First time I've been at a place that I love, doing something that I love.
With people that you love?
No, I didn't say that.
Come on, y'all, make some noise. Janine.
Janine.
Gregory. Ava.
Ava's here.
Sorry, I don't speak line.
Yo.
Next, Kelly, it's an awesome April with honor. Plus, from Ted Lasso, Phil Dunster.
How's it going for you?
Oh, so far it's going great. Even better now that we have some delicious eye candy on the couch.
She was referring to me. You play a soccer star in Ted Lasso. You play soccer in real life, though, too.
I do. I do.
Football, where you're from.
Thank you.
Yes. Where you're from. Yes.
Football.
Final night, zookeeper stepped into the role of Easter Bunny at the London Zoo and left colored eggs for some of the zoo's residents. The meerkats received eggs filled with moss and crickets. The Bolivian black-capped squirrel monkeys got eggs stuffed with steamed sweet potato, sweet corn, and peas. The London Zoo said that egg-themed treats are a way for the animals to practice foraging and hunting behaviors. Wow. Almost like
look at
Mutual
them.
of Omaha's Wild Kingdom again.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You go in there and try and take that egg away from them.
No. It'd be against Easter rules.
That's right,
really.
Easter rules. Let them enjoy it.
And Easter rules state it's going to be great weather coming into Easter, but no.
Well, Mac, you have different news
That is
for
the rule,
us.
but let's keep our fingers crossed. Folks, right about now, we're about to get hit by a big thunderstorm. It's coming up from the south. You see it right there? It is coming up I-77. And if you're on the south side, you're first. Obviously, in the city, we're going to have trouble getting to dinner. The forecast then calls for us to see heavier thunderstorms tomorrow. Today was just a taste of it. It's just the beginning of it. Between Thursday night and Friday morning, we could see some severe weather with hail around the area. So we're going to have to be watching out for the skies for the next 3 days. And then on Saturday, with a little break in the clouds, hopefully we'll get a little clearing. Sunday is supposed to be clear, but by then we're going to be very soggy. So I don't know if we're going to allow the kids to tromp around in the mud looking for the Easter eggs. That's going to be, let's just put it this way, adults, find a plan B.
We'll take it one egg at a time.
That's
All right,
right.
Meg, thank you, and thanks for joining us. We're streaming 24/7, Crossroads Today Plus.
And we hope to see you back here tonight for 25 News Now at 10.